Hi everyone, we're going to have another look at Venn diagrams and how we can use Venn diagrams to calculate the probability of events happening. So the first thing we need to do is to make sure that we can interpret the information that we're given in a question to use it to populate our Venn diagram. So can you make sure that you've got this diagram drawn out with the question, and then have a think about what things you would put into which section on the Venn diagram, and then when you're ready for me to go through it, hit play again on the video and I'll talk you through how to do things. Okay, so the first bit of information in the question says in a group of 60 students. So we know within the rectangle, we need to contain and represent all 60 students. 8 of them go to both drama and music, and therefore we need to put those people in the overlapping section, okay, that shows us that they're in that bit there, okay, and we're going to pop the 8 in that region, okay, so that's the overlapping bit that represents they're in both drama and music. We're then told a total of 14 go to the drama club. So the drama is the full circle, both bits there. So we need to make sure that we've got 14 within that highlighted section, and therefore 8 of them are already represented. And so we need to take that away from our 14, and that will give us the remaining 6. So they will go into that section. Okay, then we know 19 go to the music club. So the music club are these two sections, everything enclosed within the M circle. 8 of them, though, are already in the middle. So we need to have 19 take away 8 to give me 11 will go in purely in the music section. Okay, so we just need to double check now, have we represented every student that there is? So if we do our 6, add our 8, we get 14, add 11 will give me 25. So that definitely doesn't add up to 60. So in the remaining outside area, I need to make sure that I've got all the other students. So the 60, take away the 25 will tell me that there are 35 students that don't go to drama and music clubs. Okay. Then we can use this to calculate the probability. Now, I could ask you for what's the probability of selecting someone that goes to the drama club? Well, that's going to be given away in the question rather than us needing the Venn diagram, and that would be 14 out of 60 and then simplified. Or I could say to you, what's the probability of students going to both drama and music? Well, that's going to be 8 out of the 65 and so on. But the questions can be harder if they use the word given. So for the two questions that we've now got at the bottom, find the probability that a randomly selected student goes to the drama club given that they go to the music club. So the question says they have to be in the music club in the first place. So we're looking at that part of the diagram. And out of that part of the diagram, I then need to say, what's the probability that they go to the drama club? Well, we know that the total number of students that go to music is the 8 plus the 11, so 19. And therefore, the ones that within that circle that go to the drama club are the 8 in the overlap. So the probability of me selecting someone that goes to the drama club, given that they go to the music club, will then be 8 over 19. If we then have a look at part 2, so goes to the drama club given that they do not go to the music club. So if they don't go to the music club, then we can see that they are in that highlighted area, so everybody outside of the M circle. And therefore, we can work out how many people we have altogether. So in the pink shaded region, we've got the 35 and the 6. So it's going to be out of 41 this time. And then we want to know out of those 41, how many go to the drama club? Well, it's then going to be 6. And wherever possible, you need to make sure that you simplify your fractions. The 2 here are fully simplified. Okay, so you'll find you've got a worksheet that links to this question, which is worksheet 5 to have a go at. And then you can pause the video and give that a try now if you want to, or watch the second part and make notes and then give them both a go. So this is our next question on Venn diagrams, and it's about writing down the proportion of events. Okay, so it works exactly the same way, except this time, because everything is in a percentage, we know that it all must add up to 100 at the end. So can you draw out this particular diagram and make sure that you've got this question written? Think about what's going to go where, be careful. So you might want to do it in pencil, and then when you're ready for me to go through and explain it to you, hit play. Right, so we've got a group of people that asked which of the 3 games they like: chess, Monopoly, and Scrabble. We know that 2% like all 3 games, so that's this bit in the middle. Okay, so we're going to put our 2% in there. We then know that 7% like chess and Monopoly. Well, the chess and Monopoly section are those two. So altogether in those two, it needs to be 7. We've used 2% up here, so the remaining 5% will go in the other section. We're then told that 10% like chess and Scrabble. So if they like chess and Scrabble, they're going to be in this section here, and that needs to be a total of 10%. Well, we've used 2% in the middle, so the remaining 8% will go in that section. My next bit of information is 15% like Monopoly and Scrabble. So Monopoly and Scrabble are those 2 parts. They need to make sure they add up to give us the 15% that we need, and therefore 2% in the middle, so the remaining 13% will go in that section. Okay, our next bit of information is 37% like chess. So all of this section is the chess section. That needs to be a total of 37%. Well, I know my 8 add my 2 add my 5 is already going to give me 15%. If I take that away from the 37, I will end up with 22% going in that section. Okay. I then know, so if I go to my next bit of information, 23% like Scrabble. So this is my Scrabble section. That needs to be a total of 23. So 8 add 2 is 10, add 13 gives me 23. So there's no one that just likes Scrabble on its own. So we can pop our 0 in that bit. And then the last bit of information is 17% don't like any games. So as it's already given away there, the 17% will be on the outside of the circles. And then we just need to make sure that it all adds up to 100. So if you grab your calculator and check, you'll hopefully notice that that adds up to give you 67%. And so the last bit that we weren't given any information about in the question, but we can work out, was those people that just like Monopoly and not anything else, and that will be the remaining 33%. So that's how we fill in that information. As I say, you can do it with numbers or proportions. Either will work in the same way, but you just need to take it one step at a time and start thinking about which regions need to be filled in. And again, you can be asked a probability question. So it could be a straightforward, what's the probability of picking somebody that likes Scrabble, for example, in which case it would be everybody within the Scrabble section, and I would add them up and it would be 23% or 23 out of 100 or 0.23, doesn't matter what format you have it in. But that's a nice straightforward question. If it was how many people like both Monopoly and chess, it would be those two, so therefore 7% or 7 out of 100. Okay. However, a person is chosen at random. Find the probability that they like chess given that they like Monopoly, and that's the really important bit again. So the given that they like Monopoly means I'm interested in this Monopoly circle, and I can then add up. So my 33 add 13 gives me 46, add 2, 48, add the 5 tells me there are 53 possible percentage points, or if it was people, 53 people at that point. And I'm actually interested in then how many of those people like chess. Okay, so the ones that are still in the chess category are the 5 and the 2, therefore giving me 7 out of 53. Okay, so as I say, you've got 2 different worksheets. If you've not tried the first one, then have a go at both. And then the answers are on the Google Classroom for you to mark it. Remember to upload a photo of what work you've done for me today. Next lesson, it will be your end of unit test on everything that we've done on probability trees, Venn diagrams, etc. So use the remaining time you have today to make sure that you've gone through and recapped everything and that you've got a good set of notes that you can use in that lesson. Any problems, let me know.